Hello, and welcome to today's video explaining the actual deferral percentage, or ADP test. If you have ever had any money returned to you after year-end, or were limited as to what you could defer, then you know the effects of failing this test. Let's run through an example of how this test is performed. In this test, we measure the ratio of deferrals as a percentage of pay between the highly compensated employees, or HCEs, and the non-highly compensated employees, referred to as NHCEs. An HCE is defined as 1. A more than 5% owner, 2. A family member of a 5% owner subject to family attribution rules, or 3. An employee who earns over the compensation threshold in the prior year, or is in the top 20% paid group. Everybody else that has satisfied the age and service requirements would be considered an NHCE. Here you can see that we have segregated the employees into those that are HCEs and those that are NHCEs. We then take their deferral amount and divide it by their annual compensation and get a percentage deferred. When this is averaged for the HCE group, we get an average deferral percentage. In this case, it's 5%. Then we go through the same calculations with the NHCEs, take their deferral amounts and divide by their compensation, and with this group we come up with an average deferral rate of 3.75%. The test then says that if the NHC average deferral rate is between 0 and 2%, the HCE can defer twice that rate on average. If it is between 2 and 8%, the HCE can defer 2% more on average, and if it is greater than 8%, the HCE can defer 1.25 times the NHCE rate on average. In this case, the NHCE average deferral rate is 3.75%. So following the formula, we would add 2% to the 3.75% to come up with 5.75%. This HCE group passes the test because the 5% average deferral rate is less than the 5.75 deferral rate maximum allowed. The correction of any failure is to have money come back as taxable income to the HCEs in that tax year, and as long as that happens within 2.5 months after the plan year ends, there will not be any additional penalties. Our hope with this video is that you have a clearer understanding of your plan and potential testing issues that you may be facing. This information is for reference only. There can be many variations to this test, so please contact our office to review your specific plan.